no, your awareness creates reality, not emotions. So let's not go give the same power that our awareness has to our emotions or to circumstances or to other people. It because it can only have the power that you allow it to have. My emotions don't even have the power to affect my day. So why would I say that my emotions have the power to change my reality? Your feelings or emotions don't have the power to stop you from manifesting. They don't have any underlying meaning or, hold any symbolism besides the meaning that you assign to them, okay? So remember that. Always remember that. And we're going to dive more into that today, right now, okay? What's up, y'all? It's Evan. I'm back with another video. Thank y'all for tuning in. And y'all already see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. We're talking about your feelings, your emotions, and how they impact your manifestation, or if they do at all, all right? First thing I gotta say is what people are always saying. I'm always hearing, I want to manifest, but I feel terrible. Or I'm so afraid, I'm scared, I'm sad, I'm exhausted. That's a big one I hear too. Exhausted. I don't feel like affirming because I'm exhausted. Is this gonna stop my manifestation? Me feeling some type of way. I'm trying to manifest, but I just don't feel like it's working. Understand that these feelings you have, they don't matter. They mean nothing at all. The feelings are just like the symbols in your reality that are your desires, your manifestations. If I were to go and buy a new car tomorrow, that is a symbol of my internal reality. I'm only capable of buying the car because within myself, I already have the new car, if that makes sense. It's the same thing with your emotions. You are in control of them. You can decide that I feel happy right now. I feel joy right now. I feel fulfillment right now. I feel bliss right now. It is a choice. You can literally decide, this is what I feel. This is who I am. This is my identity. I am that version of me. And then the symbol outside of you, even including your emotions, your feelings, they change. It is a circumstance just like any other. Just because it's not physical, like this bottle of water, does not mean it's not a circumstance. If you can observe it, it is a circumstance. It passes through your awareness. You have to use your perception in order to tell yourself what it is. Therefore, you can change it. Anything you can see, anything you can experience, you can change. It is completely up to you, okay? So the next thing I said was, stop worrying. Just shut up. Shut your mind. Shut all of that up. Whatever you're telling yourself that this means, stop it and decide that you have what you want. I've heard from other creators that the moment you fear or you're sad or you're worried, is because you're affirming, you're choosing a reality that you don't desire to experience. And I'm gonna take it a step further and say that could also be the case, but you're also labeling these fears. The fears and the worries and the doubts don't have power unless you decide they do. So the moment you say, this has no power over me, I'm bigger than that, I'm better than that, I am all that is, I am God, I am source, and there is nothing that can stop me from being who I am, because all I have to do is change the inner, and the outer changes, and then boom, it's done, it's gone. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So reality has no choice but to give you who you are and what you already have, okay? All of reality's power comes from your awareness. All of reality's power comes from awareness, all right? Remember that. I hope the wind isn't too loud, but this camera is actually really good. The mic on this camera, it blocks out a lot of noise, so I'm really grateful for that. Okay, the next thing. The secret about emotions. Oh shoot, I forgot. I'm supposed to be putting this on the screen. The secret about emotions. The only power they have is what you give them through your awareness. The only power emotions have is what you give them through your awareness. So if you decide that I'm sad and oh no, this is gonna mess up everything, and no, your awareness creates reality, not emotions. So let's not go give the same power that our awareness has to our emotions or to circumstances or to other people. Because it can only have the power that you allow it to have. My emotions don't even have the power to affect my day. So why would I say that my emotions have the power to change my reality? Like what? No, that's not how it works. It is completely up to me, and it's completely up to you what your experience is. All right. Next thing, feel whatever you want. All right. A lot of people say, yeah, don't worry about changing feelings or trying to immediately affirm yourself out of feeling bad, feeling terrible. Just feel it and let it go. And yes, 100%. Feel it and let it go. But not only that, your feelings aren't creating your reality, your awareness is. So don't worry about your feelings. They're going to come and go just like circumstances are going to come and go. It all happens in waves, just like frequencies. Okay, there are going to be ups, there are going to be downs, but you're choosing a state of non-duality within yourself. Within yourself, you're making sure I'm always okay, I'm always taken care of, regardless of the highs and lows. Everything is leading me to what I want, everything is working out in my favor, and everything is working for me. These things are working for me to get me to where I want to be. So the next thing I say is your because or your why plus your self-concept creates evidence for the logical mind and shuts it up. If your mind is always going and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm just so uncomfortable with this feeling. It is so annoying. One thing that I like to do is, after saying why emotions don't matter, have your why. Or after saying why you have what you want, after saying that you have what you want, or you are the version of yourself you want to be, have your why. Your why is going to be your self-concept. Why do I have what I want? Because I'm always chosen. Why did I get that job? Because I'm always chosen. Why is this person back in my life? Because I'm everybody's top priority. Nobody's better than me. Nobody can compare to me. So why wouldn't I have this person right now? Why do I have so much money? Because I'm God. Because my mind is always bringing me ideas that make me more money. Because I am all that is. Because I am God. Because I am source. Okay? Continue that. Your self-concept is going to hold you up even when the logical mind is trying to put you down. And it's from that identity that everything comes from. All right? You're just stacking things on top of who you already are, the identity you already are, because we secretly have identities. And I talked about this in my self-concept video. We have identities that we created for ourselves over time, through the people around us, through teachers, through our colleagues, our friends, and we were just accepting things that they said. And we just decided, okay, so this is how it is. This is who I am. This is just how things are, when truthfully they aren't. And you can change all of that. You can change the base that reality sits on, which is your self-concept, which is what I like to call your self-concept. Okay, so having that, your self-concept, your why plus self-concept, the thing that you want plus your self-concept is always going to shut the logical mind up. But the funny thing is, even if your because plus your self-concept, what you have plus your self-concept it doesn't matter. The feelings that you have that keep showing up even after you affirmed your self-concept affirmations, or you assured yourself, hey, I have this because I'm God, or I'm really happy because I am all that is. I'm not separate from anything. Therefore, I am happy. I am joyful. I am bliss. I am abundant because I'm all that is, right? If you say that and you're really sitting in it and you still don't feel good, you're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, like, I'm scared, or I need this by a certain time, or I'm worried, all of these different things, I'm fearful, it doesn't matter. Even then, it doesn't matter. You still have to assign meaning to those feelings, those emotions, all those other things, for them to have any type of power over you. So once again, like, it's still, you're still in control regardless to what is happening. Okay, and I hope I'm leaving enough room so I can put the little diagram up on the side. I forgot my tripod today, y'all, so I was just like, F it, we still gonna go with it though. All right, but the last thing I want to say is, remember who you are. Okay, you are unstoppable. You are infinitely capable of entering any reality that you desire to be in. Okay, you are source, you are God, you are everything. You're not separate from anything. So don't think for a second that you are. Don't think for a second that anything outside of you, including your emotions, including your feelings, has the power to change reality. Because once you're on that path, once you enter your desired reality within yourself, once you give it to yourself, you have no choice but to get what you've given to yourself already. Okay, the next thing I have to say, you are peace, you are abundance, you are bliss, you are joy, you are fulfillment, you are love, and everything in between, until you accept an idea that implies you are not. That is the only time you are not. All right, you are born this way. You were born with everything. The only time you don't have everything is when you say that you don't. All right, Next thing I gotta say is the actions of the unstoppable you look exactly like this. The unstoppable you that is manifesting everything, that has manifested everything, that is in their desired reality with whatever they want, is you immediately choose your desired outcome. In every situation, I don't care if it's just you just said you won't find a parking spot. You will find a parking spot. You just said that you have to settle for this job with this amount of pay. No, you don't. It is completely up to you. You make the rules in your reality because you are what? You are all that is. You are God. You are always chosen. Everything works out perfect for you. You are love. You are perfection. So guess what? Everything in your reality has to reflect that and more. And more, okay? So don't think for a second that you need to settle for anything. You need to settle for being a version of you that doesn't get the parking spot. Oh, I gotta park in the back all the time. That's just who I am. Or I always have to settle for this job or that job because the job market is bad. What? There's a version of you that is abundant, full of love, full of joy, that is always experiencing perfection. Experience that? I don't think so. So don't accept that for yourself. And you can change any and everything at every single moment. It is completely up to you. If you're the version of you that created that base for yourself, that I am always abundant, I am always fulfilled, I am always joy, I am always love, then not for 1 second will you experience that outside of yourself. You won't even be worried about trying to change each and every individual thing about your life, about your reality, because your base has already established that. You're just adding little things on top, little cherries on top here and there. Okay? There's this meme on TikTok, and it's like a cherry on top meme, but it's a cake that has a bunch of cherries. It's like a mountain of cherries. That's all you're doing. You got the cake at the bottom. You got the good cake, marble cake, whatever type of cake you like. I like cheesecake. I got the nice cheesecake with all the substance at the bottom, and I'm just adding cherries on top. That's what I'm assuming I have. You know, I have a nice car. I have a healthy family. I have more than enough money, all those different things. I'm just adding them on top, okay? And the last thing I said is, the moment you want something, imagine or affirm yourself with it. Decide that you have it right now. There's not one moment in your life that you should be wanting anything. The moment I want it, boom, it's done. It is done, okay? The reason I want this, it doesn't matter. But the reason I have it is because I am all that is, because I am God, because I am separate from nothing. And the moment I give it to myself within, I already have it. It is already done. The unfolding is already occurring. It's mine because I'm God. It's mine because I am source. Okay? Now, this is the last thing, okay? The last thing. Every step you take from the internal version of you that has what you want will lead you to exactly your desire. Every step you take. This is why circumstances doesn't matter. This is why feelings don't matter, because every step you take is leading you to exactly what you want. There is no outer circumstance. There is nothing that can stop you from making it to where you want to be when you take action from the version of you that is already there. Everything is going to lead you there. They say inspire action. They say people are going to move around you. Everything is just going to work out, okay? Everything is just going to work out perfectly. And you'll see that because your awareness is God. But not only that, God is the substance of all things. So your awareness being God, that means you're tapped into everything. You're tapped into the true way that reality is created, the true way that things change, whether people know it or not. This is how they're creating and destroying their realities, right? So once you're able to tap in with awareness and you're able to connect to all that is God, everything around you, everything around me is God, and I'm tapped into it. So I'm changing everything. And that's why you don't worry about the how. You don't worry about how I'm going to get things, because I'm not trying to take steps to get to God when I'm already with God. So I'm changing it all right now. All I have to do is walk, and I'll be led to exactly what I want. And I know that made sense for you. This means that the path is going to unfold on its own. You don't need to worry about the how. You don't need to worry about whether or not feelings are messing things up. Excuse that plane. I'm low-key like next to an airport too. Hold on. Let's wait for it to pass. And the next thing, your feelings are only capable of having the level of influence on you and your reality that you allow them to have. All right? Remember that. I already said this earlier in the video, but I'm just going to reiterate it. Your feelings and circumstances around you only have the amount of power that you give to them. So they don't matter, essentially. If you're creating it all, if your awareness is creating it all, if your awareness is God, then nothing else matters. Nothing else matters at all. You are creating it all. So you assign meaning to it. Your perception is the one that has the influence on reality. So nothing else matters. All right. And reality will have no choice but to give you what you already have. Remember this, Matthew 13:12. Whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken away from them. So always remember that. This is manifestation in a nutshell. Just remember to give it to yourself. The moment you think you have a desire, always fulfill it within your mind first. We're taught to do the opposite. That's what keeps us asleep. That's what keeps us without what we desire. So give it to yourself, all right? Decide that you have it all, okay? Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. I know this video helped you. I know you're having a great day. I know you're manifesting any and everything you want. I'm gonna put my email down below in the description so y'all can hit me up, support me down there. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.